Good evening, my darling batlings. I hope everyone's having a good night tonight. I am joined here by Nerd E Furret and JKR.
You know, guys, I don't know how to say this. Oh, it's really easy. You just go, this. Thank you.
I feel like I should know that reference. I swear I've heard that before.
It's from Good Burger.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen Good Burger since I was in high school. Even though I have it on DVD. And that's only because Blockbuster wouldn't take it back because we kept it for too long.
Also, Bird, how the hell did you get past security? This fortress is impenetrable.
Your front door was unlocked.
Son of a bitch!
We're done.
Okay. I wanted to let you get all...
Everyone, have a good night!
I wanted to let you get all the comedic bits out of your system before I subject you to the mindfuck that is the story of Sonic 06 and the gameplay of Sonic 06. JKR has actually played Sonic 06, so he can attest that he played multiplayer with me, which is the second worst thing that it has to offer.
I'm terrified and aroused. Let's do this.
For the record, the worst thing it has to offer is the Team Attack Amigo DLC, where you have to complete some stages that are only meant for Sonic and Shadow and Silver as Tails, Knuckles, and Blaze, but you have to complete them backwards without them adjusting the level geometry to accompany that.
Is it weird that I forgot Shadow returned in 06?
Arguably, he's more important to the story than Sonic is.
I mean, to be fair, I never got to play 06. I have it. I just never got to play it.
Like, in case you weren't aware, it's not actually called Sonic 06. Its title is just Sonic the Hedgehog.
Right.
Which is why people call it Sonic 06, because it came out in 2006, to differentiate it from the Sega Genesis game and from the 8-bit Master System and Game Gear version of the Genesis game. And to differentiate it on the consoles it was released on, since they also had digital versions of the original Sonic the Hedgehog, they put its name in all caps.
Alright.
Speaking of which... Good old Xbox 360 display from, not the best home menu that it had. That would probably be the original Blades menu. That was more neatly organized. But it's a hell of a lot better than the modern Xbox menus that are a nightmare to navigate. Hey, Cloud, how you doing? Let me go ahead and turn down my capture card volume, because I know this is going to blast my eardrums out. Kind of recovering from fever? Oh, I'm sorry. I hope you feel better soon. Anyways,
be sick. I forbid it.
Now, Cloud, what the hell did you have to go get a fever for, huh?
Anyway, we start off with the most famous thing of this game, a loading screen.
Oh God.
In all seriousness though, Cloud, I hope you feel better soon.
Okay, so this is already off to, put yourself in my shoes. You just got an Xbox 360. It's Christmas 2007. The first game you opened for it. Well, yeah, they're high heels. Not high heels, platforms.
Technically, they take up my whole body, seeing as how I'm the size of a pocket. Or a jar of Pringles.
Pringles don't come in jars.
A tube of Pringles.
I mean, technically you can put Pringles in a jar. By the way, if you want to listen to this game with the Japanese audio, that's a separate DLC that's no longer available on Xbox 360 due to the store shutting down.
I'll be right back. My mom asked me to bring some stuff in from outside. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Sonic. Silver. Sonic.
Well, I've got I'm showing that I've got almost all the DLC that I managed to pick up before the store shut down. You have, this is like, the main story you start off with is Sonic, then you unlock the other 2 stories. But then you've got the boss attack for each character, and then Team Attack Amigo. Nice. Those were all paid DLC. When in previous games, those would have been unlocked by beating the game. Not expensive DLCs, but weird that the boss attacks were paid DLC.
Are we talking like horse armor in Oblivion cheap, or?
I think it was something like $5-6.
Remember, kids, if ever you feel stupid about a DLC you bought, just remember that at least you didn't buy horse armor in Oblivion.
Like how weird it was that Infinite Wealth had its New Game Plus locked behind DLC. Yeah, or like how Super Sonic and Sonic Forces is DLC, and they initially wanted to charge for it until enough people complained.
Oh, hello, set of Final Fantasy.
Yeah, everyone. I'm so glad it's not just me. Everyone compare. Like, this does look like a Final Fantasy opening. Also, this cutscene animation was done by Studio Blur, who did visual effects for the live-action movies for Sonic. The voice you hear from this character, Princess Elise, might sound familiar.
And then they sacrificed her to their god. The end.
You're not far off about this being... Hold on.
It's all right.
That's Lacey Chabert as Princess Elise.
We give thanks for the blessed flames. May we always continue to have peace.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Soliana, guide and watch over.
Yes, the original Meg.
The original Meg, Eliza
Thornberry, Mean Girls.
Penny from Lost in Space.
Also, get ready for a one-off design that Eggman has in this game and then never again, because they didn't want him to look too cartoony in this more realistic-looking game.
I remember having a huge crush on her when she was in Lost in Space.
Say hello to photorealistic Eggman.
A pleasure to meet you at last, Princess of Soliana.
Thanks, I hate it.
I've come here to obtain the secret of the flames of disaster from you, and to take the miracle gems that are the key to its secret, the Chaos Emerald. Now, Princess, this way, please.
This is like one of my favorite...
I challenge you.
To what?
Cosplay this version of Robotnik.
I would love to if I weren't already set on cosplaying Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog Robotnik. But it's still on my list of Eggman cosplays I want to do. But Long John Baldry takes precedence over that in terms of what I do first.
I'm Sonic. Sonic the Hedgehog.
Not the irritating hedgehog.
Oh,
but yeah, this is one of my favorite performances by Mike Pollock as Eggman. He goes for a much more sinister Eggman in this game instead of the comedic one he'd settle into.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. I'm back.
You're fine. Speaking of, if you want Roger Craig Smith's autograph, let me know.
Yes, please. if you let me know when that's going to be, I'll send you one of my Ezio Trilogy Assassin's Creed games for him to sign.
Here, I would have thought you would want a Sonic one, but okay.
Why are you helping me?
Well, I love his Sonic performance, but I don't have many physical copies of his games.
Understandable.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Is it not Roger Craig Smith in this one?
No, this is Jason Griffith.
The four kids era Sonic.
Yeah, this was the second mainline game to have the 4Kids cast. After they had taken over from the Adventure cast.
She fucking chucks it. It goes down the sewer.
But you were not that far off about, like, the joke about sacrificing her to their god, because they're holding a festival to appease their sun god, lest his flames destroy the earth.
You can hold on to it for me.
Nice. When we come
With
to a point where I can walk away, I just got a package delivered.
Okay.
I do love the designs for Eggman we got in the game. It's not the best, but that's kind of like the funny thing is this is what I kind of try to base my Eggman off.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. I was going to say, like, it would look so much better if, like, the general art design was a bit more on point and more cohesive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No arguments there.
But it's not a bad looking design. It's just, it sticks out like a sore thumb.
Yeah.
Among all the Eggman designs.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the fact that they didn't want him to be a cartoon, but they were perfectly cool with the hedgehog.
Yeah, it's because this engine was not originally meant for a Sonic game. It was meant for, like, it was a custom engine developed by someone at Sega for realistic open world games. And then Sonic Team decided to, Sega mandated that Sonic Team had to use it for their debut next-gen Sonic title, so it would look graphically impressive compared to, like, the more limited Dreamcast and PS2 era stuff. That also explains a lot of its performance issues. I'll get into stuff about this game's development as we progress, because it's a fucking disaster.
Tails!
Oh, hi, Tails.
I'm glad you're here. I heard that you tried.
You'll notice that the lip sync is not synced properly to, like, almost anything in either English or Japanese.
Aren't you? I may not know what Eggman's up to, but it can't be a good.
And you'll also very quickly notice that these models cannot emote for shit.
Yeah, right.
Like, apparently that's not a problem with, like, the models themselves, because people have ripped them from the game and managed to make some expressive poses with them. It's just all down to, like, time crunch. They didn't have the time to get good expressions out of them.
Tails was like watching someone in a malfunctioning furry suit.
Yeah, it's because everything's mocapped in this game. So, like, they mocapped an actual actor for Tails' stuff there, and then put it on this 3-foot cartoon fox model. So over there is the portal to our first level. But we
Nice.
can't get over there.
Oh, no.
Now, when we see a trail of rings like this, in earlier games we would use the light dash, but we don't have the light dash. So what it intends for you to do is talk to NPCs to figure out what to do. The ones with orange exclamation points. The ones with orange exclamation points above their heads give you plot-relevant hints about where to go next. The ones with yellow exclamation points are just like flavor text.
I wonder what's going on at the beach.
Also, these medallions that you see and are scattered throughout the hub and throughout the levels, they don't unlock anything. You just get an achievement for collecting them all.
Nice.
Like, there's no unlockables in this game, really, apart from the standard, like, unlocking the other characters' stories, final story, sound test. Aside from that stuff, there's no unlockables. Even for 100% completion, you just get an achievement.
Those bastards.
So, guys with blue exclamation points have side quests for us.
Guys, this is the perfect time. Hold on.
Yes.
My name is Alberto Robert, and I've been making shoes in this town for a long time. I'm making the ultimate shoes now. These shoes will use the power of
Soliana.
Soliana's. Sorry, I don't know long names. Mysterious stones to change. I'm calling them custom shoes because I got sued for trying to call them Air Jordans. But there's no one that can test the full potential of these shoes. Except maybe Jordan. Is there anyone who could test the design of these shoes? Anyone blue and hedgehoggy at all? You'll be able to do that. Really?
I fucked that up.
Whatever.
So here's how side quests work.
I didn't realize that first thing was a question.
So, like,
he was saying, you'll be able to do that.
So you get a loading screen after accepting the side quest.
Mm-hmm.
They should really just call this Sonic the loading screen.
Sonic, put on the shoes and go through the rings. If I've made the shoes correctly, you'll make it on time. Did
So
I
you get
ever tell you about my side gig giving advice to a guy named Travis?
So you get,
No.
you know, quick explanation of what you're supposed to do.
Huh?
You get another loading screen.
Tutorial. Another loading screen. Yay!
Like I said.
Sonic, he's got loading screens. Sonic, you'll be sitting here.
Then you do the mini game. In this case, we're basically playing a round of Superman 64. Go through all the rings.
I was about to say.
Except the
What's weird
controls
is
are
that they brought
marginally
this
better
back.
here than they are on Superman 64.
I was gonna say, what's weird is they brought that aspect back for DC Universe Online and actually made it fucking work.
Yep. And then you get another loading screen when you complete it.
Amazing! Did you like those loading screens? I made them myself. Oh, right. I also made those shoes you just used. My custom shoes are complete. I'll give you these shoes. You'll be able to use them.
Sorry, I'm eating cheese.
Money? I don't want any money. I'm happy just knowing they're being used. The stones that you could fit.
Oh my god. I was literally about to make a joke about don't step on the stones I put in them, though.
The stones that you could fit into the shoes are called gems, and you could buy them at the shop over there with the money that you just offered me, and I said no, like a dumbass. They are very rare if you put, but if you put one of these in, I can't do it anymore.
Good fucking god.
Yeah, he's saying so much. So then you get your results screen. And you're awarded an amount of rings based on your rank. This is the game that introduces the S rank as the new highest rank instead of A.
Nice.
That was incredible.
Yeah, everyone loves to dog on Jason Griffith's performance in this game, and I have to admit it's fun to imitate this performance. He gets better as the series goes on. Then you get another loading screen.
I will be right back. I'll probably be back by the time this loading screen is done.
See. There we go.
So yeah, that is your average minigame experience in Sonic 06. So we buy the light chip, because apparently not only can you stick stones in the shoes, you can also put computer chips in them that augment the shoes' abilities somehow. Also, I have to point out, as a personal pet peeve of mine, the camera is inverted on the x-axis. So, like, I don't know. I get what it's trying to go for, but it's just implemented kind of weird. Or is it
All right.
inverted? No, it isn't. Anyways, we used our rings that we got to buy the light chip so we can do the light dash.
My new 4K HDMI splitter is here.
Nice.
So now I can have all of my consoles hooked up to the TV.
Nice.
And my new Switch dock.
Nice.
Speaking of Switch docks, for
And Tails died.
The end.
Tails is prone to either falling into the water or clipping through the scenery.
And then Tails fucking dies. Alright, speaking of Switch docks.
yeah, Furret, when you gonna... I can't remember, were you gonna ship that thing up to me, or were you going to
Fuck
bring it when
no.
you come? I couldn't remember what the plan was, dude.
If I try to ship it, it'll break.
I figured as much.
Yeah, Switch
I
docks
was
are
just
are pretty fragile because they're mostly hollow.
No. This is like a custom.
Oh.
Like, the Snorlax one I've got.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Yeah, I got him it's a Gengar Hunter Ghastly.
Oh, nice. Anyway,
I'll
we
send
got a
you a
loading
picture of
screen
it.
for our first level. Which, like, you know, as much as people shit on this game, I have to admit, you can't deny. The soundtrack's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, I can deny it.
You'll be wrong
Doesn't
to
mean I'm
deny it,
right.
but you can deny it.
I can deny it. Doesn't mean I'm right.
And keep in mind, this was also the 15th anniversary game, so this opening stage is making a lot of callbacks to the opening stage of Sonic Adventure 1. Specifically with a lot of whales.
Where are you going?
So as far as controls go, you know how I've complained in Sonic Heroes and Shadow the Hedgehog that the controls are too slippery?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Sonic is not very slippery in this game. Instead, he has, like, no acceleration. And, he stops on a dime in a very awkward way. I don't know how to describe it, because Sonic's never controlled like this in a game before or since, as far as 3D games go.
Oh, no.
Like, it's doable, but it's weird.
My new capture, or my new 4K splitter might not work with my capture card.
Why not? I'll walk, I might be able to help you with it later.
It might. I think I just got to get a new HDMI input cord.
Yeah, when you're doing 4K stuff, you need a proper, like, you need, like, a specific kind of HDMI cable for it to pass through the signal properly. Otherwise, it'll give you image issues. I should point out that Tails attacks by throwing fake rings that look exactly like the real rings.
Nice.
And you can die here by taking too long, and then the whale escapes with Sonic on it.
Oops.
Also, I should point out, if you lose all your lives in this first stage, you go back to the beginning of the game, which includes having to watch the opening cutscene again and having to do the tutorial stuff again.
Those bastards.
Because it only saves after you complete levels, not like as you do stuff in the hub world.
Darn, we're not gonna make it. Let's speed.
So this is what's called a Mach speed section. Where Sonic says, I'm tired of going slow, gotta go fast. Except he's uncontrollably fast. He cannot stop running. If he touches anything, he takes damage. He can get stun locked into touching one thing and then dying because you can't move out of the way. Hey, Shadow Dragon, thanks for the resub. My payout date's coming up next week, so I'm looking forward to a nice, sizable Twitch income. In 18 months in a row, that's a stream, baby, my friend. We're going to name this one Jason, after Jason Griffith. Oh god, I gotta be careful here. If you if you approach this loop the wrong way, you will die.
I don't recommend you approach it the wrong way, then.
You're just having a pizza party at your workplace? Oh, lucky! I wish I had pizza! Is it good pizza? Well, I say, is it good pizza? Like there's such thing as bad pizza. Unless you're eating at Fuel Pizza in the Lake Norman area.
I quit!
What for?
I don't know, just the song.
Oh, he hasn't heard that before.
I didn't realize.
Yeah, it's good. Even has some pizza has chips on it. Don't know which chips, though. Ooh.
The princess was moved to another location. Let's head back to the city.
So everything we just did in this first level was completely pointless. Because Sonic was trying to chase after a flying battleship on foot.
Sorry, Sonic. The princess is in another castle.
We're sorry, Sonic, but the princess you've been trying to reach is no longer available. Please leave your message after the beep. Honk!
That was not the beep. Please keep waiting.
Watch the
Also, I just noticed that you said chips. Are you British, Shadow Dragon? I've never spoken to you, like, in a voice call, so I've never heard your voice. Like, are we talking, like, potato chips, or are we talking, like, French fries? Oh, okay. Because I was thinking, like, pizza with French fries on it. And I thought you meant, like, chips in that way.
You know, I kind of knew Shadow Dragon was American, only the fact is that he has stated at least once or twice in the past that he's an hour behind me. So...
I never knew that. He's talked to basically everyone in my friend group except for me. Kind of weird. Not for Shadow Dragon, but, like, I've known him longer than I've known either of you guys. And I've never spoken with him, like, outside of... viewer to chatter stuff.
I mean, in my defense, I think he said it in chat a few months back. That's all I remember.
Bruh, you're expecting me to remember that. I can barely remember what happened a couple days ago. So, the guards won't let us... Go on.
When you have a selective memory like mine, you tend to remember certain things.
Well, I don't have a selective memory. I have a very unphotographic memory. Also, I love that they have this kickable soccer ball here for no reason. Other than to show off that they licensed the Havoc physics engine.
Soccer ball? You mean that football?
I mean, we are in Italy, so it would be a football.
The football?
But yeah, this, in case you couldn't tell, in case you couldn't tell, Soliana is based on Venice. Which means that it makes sense, like, you know how, like, you talk to the NPCs and people, a lot of the people that review this game negatively are like, they just gesture their hands wildly while blabbering on about nothing. This is such a bad animation. I'm like, no, this is an accurate animation, because this is how Italians talk.
Oh my god!
Furret, are you seeing what I'm seeing?
Hold on! No! Get back in the dialogue! I heard of the blue wind blew when the princess was kidnapped, but couldn't save her. Man, that's a week. I could have karate chopped the egg man and saved the princess. No problem. Ooh. Huh. I have a stomach ache that day, so I was at home bed. Really?
You know, I look at him, I think more Bob Hoskins Mario than Charles Martinet. Because of the bald.
He kind of looked like our friend Mario.
Yeah, he does look like Mario IRL.
Just... Yes!
Oh no, Dr. Eggman's mechs, the ones that stole away Princess Elise are invading the town to look for something. Sonic, can you help us? Do I go through with it? I mean, she is wearing an incredibly low-cut top, so I feel like I have to. That's a plunging V-neck for a shirt.
I was also, before I realized he looked like fucking our friend Mario, I was gonna say he kind of looked like Ron Jeremy for a second.
Oh god, you're right.
But then it hit me, and then JKR said, "Are you seeing it too?" I was like, "Yes."
Mr. Sonic, Dr. Eggman's mech suddenly appeared. We are no match to them. Mr. Sonic, please help us.
Especially when I'm at eye level with your crotch. Just the noise she fucking made.
Yeah. Okay, so we got beat all the robots.
Kill the robots! Kill the robots! Turns out Eggman's just actually a really nice guy. He's just trying to sell his tech to the military.
I mean, canonically, he does run a public-facing company that sells consumer-grade robotics, which is what he uses to fund his world domination plans. And if we're to also take the Twitter takeovers as canon, then he also made a fortune selling a really popular bagel slicer.
That checks.
Thank you. Can you also save Princess Elise, please? Man, so fucking needy. This is a sign of our appreciation.
Get on it. Can you please save Princess Elise? Nah. Wasn't really on my agenda. Oh,
you want to see the?
Tuesday,
you want to see one?
Laundry day.
You want to see one of the two best NPCs in this game?
You mean aside from Ron Mario?
Aside from Ron Mario, there's one special NPC that's in all three stories. I don't know why he exists, and why he has his own unique music when you approach him. Like, why they put so much work into him.
God.
But I love this man. The accordion player! I'm the town's accordion player. Here's a song for Princess Elise. I hope she's okay. Beautiful Elise. Oh, beautiful Princess Elise. Princess Elise, Princess Elise. All of my love and all of my dreams are only for you. I'm not singing the rest of that. But yeah, he's got his own dedicated music.
He's so horrible. Tails is trying to puke.
He's no Weird Al, I'll say that much. That man's... you know, all comedy aside, that man's a virtuoso on the accordion.
Tails fucking just trying to murder him! Tails?
I think Tails is stuck on some level... yeah, he was stuck on level geometry. Oh boy, time to bust! Haven't busted in a while.
That was some good busting.
All right, so now we got the now we've got the power of anti-gravity, which allows us to slide.
Nice.
Hey,
And by slide, I mean you do this.
But yes, I clipped that whole bit, and I said that to Mario, and I'm asking him, what the hell's he doing in a Sonic game?
Nice.
In a Sonic game that's not Mario and Sonic at the Olympics.
Right.
You should also clip Tails trying to murder somebody.
I'll have to do that after the stream because it's a little late now.
Yeah.
So, basically, we can't get into the next stage, which is the desert, because that's where Eggman has taken Elise. Because we need permission from Lord Regis. But Lord Regis won't give us permission because some stupid kid got stuck on top of the roof.
Like you do.
So we need to get that stupid kid off the top of the roof.
Ah, the desert. Countering sand is here, Omega. That's your first
Okay.
mission.
Tails!
1,
Stop
2,
murdering
3,
people!
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There are only 20 million sand particles in this desert. There's one adult-sounding child. Also, the child is taller than Sonic. I just noticed that.
I'm sorry to make you worry. I heard Eggman was coming in the desert, so I wanted to keep a watch from a high place.
How did you get up here?
That's not important. What's important is I'm stuck now.
Fucking jumps off before you could save him.
One loading screen later.
Well, that kid.
Sorry, I said that wrong. One loading screen later.
Well, that kid's dead. So who wants to go to the desert? Anyone?
Okay, so the kid's safe, unfortunately. Look, I said I'd get the kid off the roof. I didn't say the kid would be safe.
JKR, we've been doing voices. Would you care to take over, Lord Idris? Regis?
Yes, I want you to voice Lord Regis. He's a very... based on the little voice that he does when you talk to him, I think you know what to go with.
Okay.
Oh, ho, ho! You saved us! On behalf of the townsfolk, let me give you our thanks.
Holy shit, you're a hedgehog!
Shut up.
You want to go to the desert? Just Just let the soldiers know that you're heading out. They say Eggman is headed out that way. So please, be careful.
That was an accent that wandered all over Europe.
Yeah.
How very Euro Italy of you.
I mean, I've heard of Eurotrash, but...
How very Euro Ita German of you.
You do realize Germany... You realize Germany, Italy, all the other countries are in Europe.
That was...
So... You could have just... well, forget it.
I love how this takes place in Italy.
Yeah, the famous Italian deserts.
Now then, are you okay?
I was going to say, I love how this takes place in Italy, but their princess is very, very, very American. Like, you don't get more American than Lacey Chappert.
Okay, can we pet the doggo?
Knows where it doesn't belong. Well, a hedgehog to be more precise. The princess is mine. Until... Lock the things. God damn it, I can't keep up.
Are you talking over Michael Pollock?
Yes.
JKR, how dare you?
Anyways, this is how boss fights
how I
work.
dare.
We get the cutscene. We get a loading screen.
An early breakfast for my pet.
We get the title card. It's also called a Cerberus, despite only having one head.
I want to pet the puppy.
We get a loading screen telling us that we have to defeat the boss.
We also get a spoiler of Silver, having not actually met him yet.
Well, we saw him in the opening cutscene a couple times.
Yeah, technically.
Doesn't count.
Okay, Eggman, I'll play with him.
By the way, the boss variety is very limited in this game. You fight the Egg Cerberus twice. You fight everything except for everyone's final bosses, and Silver has an exclusive boss as well. Actually, no. Basically, all of Eggman's bosses, except for his final one, get fought twice throughout everyone's stories.
I can finally see your face. Now it's my turn.
I beg your fucking pardon. Sonic, you can't just say that to people.
Honestly, they could have easily called this the Egg Hound or the Egg Hunt, or something to do with dog, but not Cerberus.
Egg Hound, Egg Jackal.
Yeah.
Egg Jackal would have actually been appropriate, seeing as how you're in a fucking desert.
Yeah, honestly, I had to agree with Furret on that. I was gonna say the Egg Jackal just makes a lot more sense with the way this thing looks.
You have 30 seconds to comply. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
I mean, look at how this thing fights. It's just acting like a dog. It has the zoomies.
1. I will now be as loyal as a puppy.
Look, he just wants to play.
He just wants to play catch the hedgehog. Who's your good puppy? Who's your good puppy? If I was at my parents' house right now, their dog would be going insane.
I will say the running animation on it's actually pretty good. Four-legged animation for these kind of for anything with 4 legs is really hard to pull off and make look convincing. It's a big reason why Kingdom Hearts 1, despite having Simba as a summon, doesn't have a Lion King world in it, because they didn't have the tech to do 4-legged animation for major characters like that until Kingdom Hearts 2. And they had to develop an
also
entirely
why-
separate engine just for the Lion King world.
It's also why Simba himself, as a summons, does not actually move other than raising his head to roar.
Yep.
And why Bambi jumps around.
Yep.
One loading screen later.
So yeah, we get another loading screen. We get this. It doesn't even it doesn't even explode. It just collapses. We get another loading screen.
There's the beep.
Alright, he's okay.
Speaking of Italy, what about Italy? I gotta know what you gotta say about Italy, Cloud. Is it something about Raura from Hololive? Because I've got a friend that's obsessed with her.
Hey, what you gotta say about Italy? Must you?
That was completely accidental.
Sure.
I accidentally clicked the redeem button.
No. I had every intention of redeeming it. The timing was accidental.
Get their attention.
I was trying to have it trigger for when.
Okay, you be careful, Tails.
Okay, in my
For a
defense, I
split
was
second
trying.
there, it looked like the wolf was coming out of her chest like a fucking alien.
Okay, but again, in my defense, I was intending for that to be playing immediately after Ari said, "What about Italy?" But you started talking for it, so.
So now we have to go through the desert while carrying Elise, but luckily she can lend us her magic power to create a barrier, which doesn't protect us from enemy attacks, but lets us walk over sand.
If you couldn't do that already.
Because we all know that Sonic hates sand. It's coarse,
It's coarse.
it's rough, and it gets everywhere. Not like you. You're soft and smooth.
That was so bad.
I had to. It involves a royalty and a hero character with questionable acting direction and sand.
Sand, my god.
Man, it doesn't have the same ring to it as bees. My god.
I'm glad you at least got my reference.
Oh, I got your reference for it.
The only thing that Batman fears, bees. Which is why he would be powerless against Dr. Bees.
I was about to say, you kind of lost your hedgehog and your princess there for a second.
If you're talking about him flickering in and out of existence, that's because you're seeing it at 30 FPS on your end. When you see it at its native 60 FPS, which I can't do right now due to not having Nitro, they don't pop in and out of existence. It's just like a flickering animation. You know, one of those, like, you get hit and you blink a bit and to show that you have a little bit of invulnerability.
Invisible hedgehog.
I'm pretty sure an invisible hedgehog is... If it isn't the plot of an Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog episode, it should have been. Hey Kier, he said sand. It gets everywhere. Yep, we made the episode 2 reference already. Wild to think that Star Wars Episode 2 turns 37 years old this month.
No, it doesn't.
It's wild to think that because
No,
it's
it
not
doesn't.
true.
Yeah, right? It's entirely untrue.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why it's what
fucking old.
That's why it's wild to think that.
Don't scare me like that ever again. I was gonna say, I ain't that fucking old. Damn it. I almost fell for it, too.
I was like, wait a second. I was like, I was there when episode 2 came out. Also, Kier.
I was old, but I wasn't that old.
Also, Kier, if you want the real culprit as to who is stealing your pants, look no further than Dirty Furret right over here.
No, the actual culprit is Red Herring.
I'll have you know, I stopped stealing pants a long time ago. That was one time, and you swore you wouldn't tell anybody.
He stopped stealing pants after he got his wish granted from the precursors and got a pair of pants, and then also turned his sexy girlfriend into a furret with pants. There you go. That's a spoiler for the ending of Jack 3.
That's fine. I gave up on trying to do the Jack and Daxter streams.
I have no connection to this whatsoever, Kier. I don't know. I don't know why you think I'm the one who's stealing your pants, but I'm not. Why would I steal your pants, huh? Answer me that.
What, are you too good for his pants?
To be fair, where would he put them?
On eBay?
Why would I sell a pair of pants on eBay?
To make money.
Why wouldn't
Anyways,
you
welcome
sell
to
a
the
pair of
Windows
pants on
XP home screen.
Oh my god, it is the Windows XP home screen.
Why am I bringing up?
I have no.
Why am I bringing it up? Because I'm trying to beat you at your own damn game, and I'm failing.
Damn
At least
right
acts
you
like
are.
Sonic has some sort of horrible wound, but they didn't texture anything on him.
I'm sorry.
It's
all my fault.
This is just bad.
You didn't say the magic word.
Funny. This isn't even funny bad. This is just like Final Fantasy character inserted randomly into a Kingdom Hearts level they don't belong in. Bad.
You know, Ari, I've got an idea for another redeem animation if you can ever pull this off.
Okay. That fucking strut!
This isn't even.
He's like, he's like, anyway, I'm on my way to steal your girl.
That's not what I was referring to, but okay.
Fuck this.
His wrath comes in the form of the flames of disaster. 10 years ago, we almost faced the.
Alright, what's the redeem?
I was a child.
Okay. Well,
I remember it very well.
I
lost my father then.
like, depending on how many points you want to put this down for, so it's like, you got the whole, you didn't say the magic word.
Yeah, I could do that.
Sonic, wait!
Oh, from Jurassic Park?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Raise your head and run.
No, but seriously.
He looks like he's about to rip her arm out of its socket.
Did this come out before or after Kingdom Hearts?
After.
Feels great, doesn't it?
No. How the fuck did Kingdom Hearts do the blending of cartoon characters with photorealistic
Hold on, we
characters
got
better?
hold that thought. We got to hear Sonic's life lesson. If you have time to worry, then run. Run away from all your problems, says Sonic the Hedgehog.
Wow.
Also, yeah, this was after both Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, I believe.
John Dacre.
Jesus Christ.
Lord is risen today.
The perfect music to accompany Silver's boss fight.
Is this the character you wanted me to voice originally for a fan dub?
Yes. He's basically Trunks as a hedgehog. And also because, like, all love to Pete Capella. This was his debut performance. It wasn't a very good one. Like, not just his debut as Silver, it was his first voice acting role ever. He's a telekinetic hedgehog from the future.
Good God. And this is the character that people want to appear in Sonic 4. Gotcha.
Yes.
Who also happens to be close friends with Blaze the cat.
Yes, as we'll see in his story, he and Blaze come from the same post-apocalyptic future. He said the line! He said the line, it's no use!
Fucking music.
If every time he grabs you... There we go, he says it's no use. Then he throws you. It's very easy for him to just stun lock you into getting grabbed over and over again. And he can even throw you outside the arena, and then you just can't win.
Use the Force, Silver.
Blaze the cat.
Yeah, Blaze makes her 3D debut in this game, and it's also her second appearance overall. It's also the first time she had, like, proper full voice acting, and she was voiced by, I always get them confused. It was either Megan Hollingshead or, oh god. She went under the pseudonym Bella Hudson in this game, and I can't remember which of the two My Valentine / Dark Magician Girl voice actresses was Bella Hudson.
I can tell you that she was the same voice actress who voiced Furret in Pokemon, and also Akiza in Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. I know because I got her autograph for both of us for it.
So she's the...
Yes, she's the strangely sensual Furret, and she voices Blaze the Cat in this game.
Erica Schroeder.
Erica Schroeder,
Yes,
there we
that's
go.
her.
I get Erica Schroeder and Megan Hollingshead confused because they voice, like, the same characters at different points throughout the same shows during 4Kids run in Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon at different points.
And One Piece.
And One Piece, yeah.
Hey,
She's currently still doing Pokemon voices. In fact, she was the voice of Furret in Pokemon, the one with the claymation.
Yep.
Huh, I did not know that.
is this a joke? How could someone like you cause the destruction of our world? What do you mean? It doesn't matter.
I love that my boy Furret was represented in that, by the way.
So, Princess Elise got captured again.
God damn it, Silver!
Don't you dare turn your back on me! It's time I finally put an end to this. Amy? Get out of my way, Amy.
There she is!
Absolutely not.
Get the fuck out of here, Mom! I mean, Amy!
Thanks, Amy. I appreciate it.
Sorry, I know Amy's not actually his mother, but...
We get context in his story for, like, how the fuck they know each other.
Yeah, I figured, but I was just like, that's actually one of my favorite fan theories of all time, is that Amy is actually Silver's mom.
Well, not his mom,
Or
but
grandmother.
would be a distant ancestor, considering that
Yeah.
Silver's from, I think, like 200 or 400 years in the future.
Yeah.
It's like how they retconned. It's like how they retconned the Eggman from Blaze's dimension in her debut game Sonic Rush to be from the same post-apocalyptic future as Silver, which means that hey Coffee Pot, you'll fucking miss It's No Use. Don't worry, we'll get to fight Silver again in Shadow Story.
Holy shit!
I got a new model. Yeah, I updated the Maxine model a while ago. Just haven't used it recently.
Apparently, Erica Schroeder is also the voice of Tippy Toe Squirrel, Squirrel Girl's companion, in most everything
nice.
Squirrel Girl's involved in.
But yeah, they retconned the Eggman from an alternate dimension to be from the same future as Silver, which means that canonically at some point Eggman fucks.
Putting my phone down now so I don't fall down the Erica Schroeder rabbit hole.
Oh, just wait until you see the hentai that she was in.
Picking my phone back up now.
She and Dan Green were in a hentai together.
I think I remember you talking about that.
Yeah, it's the one where he tells her to cluck like a chicken.
I thought that was, what's her name? Veronica Taylor.
No, she's the other girl in the scene.
Oh, okay.
I still can't believe we actually got her to record those lines, JKR.
Yeah, unfortunately, those lines are long lost. I think they were on, like, one of my other devices that got trashed a few years back.
You ready for what I like to call padding? More padding than an A-cup girl trying to look like a triple D.
Well, goddammit, I am now.
So, in order to get into the new city, we need approval from the captain, but he's a lieutenant. So we have to find the captain. But to find the captain, he's making us play one of those games of, like, you know, ask around and everyone gives different answers and you have to sort out which of the people in the scenario is the captain. You know, one of those basic puzzles.
Wow.
But this is also a minigame you can win in less than 10 seconds.
Hi.
Because I'm not going to walk you through all the steps, because it's very simple and it's infuriating. Oh my god, that one? Yes, she was in that one, the cluck like a chicken one. So he's like, did you figure out who the captain is? Yes. Alright, go ahead and talk to the one you think is the captain. You guessed it, I'm the captain.
So it was him the whole time?
Yes.
It was Pietro all along.
It was the lieutenant all along.
Keep in mind, he's making us do this while Sonic's trying to rescue the princess. Like, he's actively preventing the princess from being rescued because he doesn't trust foreigners.
Oh.
So, like a true Italian. Gotcha. That wasn't.
I mean, he doesn't literally say, I don't trust foreigners, but that's the implication.
That wasn't me being racist, by the way. That is actually a thing in Italy.
Yeah. That's a thing in a lot of countries. Especially Japan.
Can you hear me?
Especially
Tails, you're
now,
speaking
too.
through my head, I guess, since you don't have a filter over you to sound like a walkie-talkie.
Oh my god! Tails is psychic now! Sonic starts beating his own head in.
I can hear his voice every day. It's like he's still here with us. Sonic, I'm right over here. It's like he's still here with us.
Sonic, I really wish you stopped telling people I died. Meet up with Knuckles! I would love to, but I'm in a loading screen.
So this is our second hub, the new city.
Ooh. It's like the old city, but new.
Yep.
If it's not exactly like the old city, I'm going to be disappointed. Hooray! I am not disappointed.
Also, the new city runs even worse than the main part of Soliana does, because, like, every few meters, the game hitches because it has to load in more stuff. Like I said, this engine was not optimized for a Sonic game. It was meant for, like, RPGs.
They just did not think this game through, did they?
Well, part of it, I said that I would get more into the development, so I guess now's a good time while we got some downtime. This was Sonic Team's first HD title on brand new hardware that they had never worked with. And they had 1 year to make it. And they were allotted the same budget and staff that would be allotted to them during, like, their Dreamcast days.
Jesus Christ.
And it gets better. It was also supposed to come out on the Wii. But the Wii version got canceled because the Wii was less powerful than they were anticipating. So they wouldn't be able to get a Wii version running without cheese grating off enough edges to make it run on the Wii. So the director of the project quit the project and took a third of the staff with him. So they could work on a Wii exclusive project, which would become Sonic and the Secret Rings, because they already had to deal with Nintendo to have a new Sonic game on there. That left the project with no director and 2/3 of the staff they started with. So,
and thus the Sonic RPG saga began, right?
No. That was Sonic Chronicles The Dark Brotherhood.
Well, no, I was meaning, like, isn't that what they called the trilogy?
No, that was the Storybook Saga, and it was only 2 games.
Storybook Saga, thank you. And it was only 2 games. I swear there was a third one.
No, there was only 2.
Which, by the way, for
No, hold on.
It was Sonic and the Secret Rings
and the Werehog.
No, Sonic Unleashed was the next mainline game. It wasn't part of the Storybook Saga.
Really?
Nope.
Yeah.
It was not.
Damn. I thought it was. Alright.
Sonic Unleashed was the first mainline game to come out after Sonic 06. But anyways, the person who would become the director of the final Sonic 06 project, had never directed a Sonic game before. He had mostly worked on, I believe, Billy Hatcher was his title he directed. Which was another Sonic Team project, but very different from Sonic. And they had 2/3 of the staff they started with. Then, convicted felon Yuji Naka, the then head of Sonic Team, quit Sonic Team and quit Sega to form his own studio, and poaches a bunch of staff from Sonic Team to come with him.
Wow.
So they're left with an inexperienced director, about 1/3 of the staff that they started with, and less than a year to finish the game.
Damn, man.
And they have to develop it for 2 platforms that they've never worked on before, using an engine that's never been used for anything before, and a new physics engine that they licensed to try and make things easier for Silver's gameplay that they have also never worked with before. All with the budget of a PS2, GameCube, Xbox title.
I hope somebody got fired.
Well, I mean, if it helps, Yuji Naka's facing prison time.
Good.
For insider trading, by the way.
We blame you, UG, whatever your last name was.
He was one of the original Sonic Team members, and he got tired of being in a managerial position at Sonic Team. He wanted to actually make games instead of run a team. And long story short, it ended up with him eventually founding his own studio. That studio went under after having no successful titles. He joined Square Enix. He made Balan Wonderworld, and then he got arrested for insider trading.
Oh, hey, Coffee Pot. I just noticed you joined the chat.
Yeah, he's been here. Has this engine ever been used for anything else? Nope, this was the only time it was used.
I do this.
But yes, Furret, you'll be interested to know that Sonic and the Secret Rings also has a Erica Schroeder cast in it.
She plays a genie.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
She plays a genie that...
Shara
is her name.
Yeah.
The Genie
Shara
of the Ring
Whoop.
from Aladdin.
Yeah.
Is that the one that they recently made like a sequel movie to?
No, that was the one you're thinking of. The sequel to the Night of the Werehog movie, which was like a little promotional short made by the animation studio for Sonic Unleashed cutscenes.
Okay.
But yeah,
very little I know my Sonic lore.
You're a newbie to the franchise. I give you a pass. That's part of why I'm subjecting you to this, to educate you.
Games. Which is weird, because I played the shit out of the first few games and then ones that I had on a DS.
The ones on the DS were probably the Rush games.
That's how I knew Blaze the Cat.
Yeah, that's where Blaze was introduced. This was her second appearance ever. Like, there's one Sonic game that I want to do a stream of, but I don't know if I'll be able to, because I don't have a Nintendo DS capture kit, and it's infamously hard to emulate, for whatever reason. And that's the one Sonic RPG that we ever got, Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood.
Ah, yes, that might be the one that I had.
Made by BioWare, the makers of Knights of the Old Republic, Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, and the Mass Effect series, and Dragon Age, and Anthem, but we don't talk about Anthem.
Speaking of games that never got remade, but should. So I recently decided, I made an unfortunate but necessary decision. I will not be continuing Jean d'Arc on my stream.
Okay.
Primarily because it was actually boring the shit out of me and it was not the game I thought it was.
Yeah, I get you. If it's not fun to play, then you shouldn't force yourself to sit through it. Because that'll reflect on your stream if you're not enjoying the game.
Yep. So starting this Thursday, I'm going to be doing what I call Terrifying Thursdays. And the first game we will be playing on it is one that I've been wanting to play for years, called Clock Tower.
Oh, Clock Tower, nice.
The reboot, the remake of it just recently came out.
Nice. So, have a good night, Shadow Dragon. Have you heard the Town Mission comical track? Yes, I have. I have the whole seat. I have, like, the soundtracks for every Sonic game on my PC, whether officially or unofficially.
But yes, I have decided to do Clock Tower because it was on sale on Xbox and it just recently got put out. So I figured, why not?
I can't think of Clock Tower without thinking Scissorman!
Well, I did not expect you to go apeshit.
So there's Knuckles. Don't know why we had to fight robots, but Knuckles is there.
Of course he is. Scissorman was actually on my cosplay list for a long time before John Tron turned out to be an absolute asshole.
He wanted me to give this to you. Sonic the Hedgehog. If you want me to return the princess...
As someone who's really into audio design, it makes my eye twitch that there's no filter put over Eggman's voice to make him sound like he's coming out of a speaker.
He's pretty cocky.
I agree.
It's most definitely a trap. I don't think Eggman will honor his agreement.
I'm going.
Gee, you think?
Sonic?
Since Eggman went to the trouble of telling me where Elise is, I think I should thank him personally.
I love Sonic's throwing animation. Look at his hand. The animations in this game are janky as fuck because they're mocapped and not, like, ported over very well to these models. Yeah, it's not just that he tosses the card in such a weird way, it's that the card has, like, this weird weightlessness to it that makes it look lighter than it should. So can we talk about how the geography of this Soliana place is completely fucked? Because we've got, like, you know, ocean, and then, like, on one side you got desert, and then over through another side, through the new city, we've got Snowy Mountain.
Sounds a lot like Europe.
God. Oh my god, it's Matanui.
Montahui?
Gesundheit.
For the record, I do know who Montanui is.
Well, I'm not talking about the who, I'm talking about the what.
The island.
Yes.
That's
Trying to
fair.
remember which way we go from here.
I love
get
how
to
Knuckles just fucked off.
Yeah, Knuckles
Yeah,
is
I do think we can do
barely
that.
in this game.
Oh, he's back.
Yeah, it's because he gets, like, if a character gets too far behind you, they'll pop back right in, like, right near you. But Knuckles in particular tends to get lost very easily.
So, Sonic Boom Knuckles before Sonic Boom Knuckles. Gotcha.
Yeah, kind of actually, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Except without the infinite jump. He has the opposite problem. He has trouble. When we get to his gameplay, you'll see he has the opposite problem. He gets stuck to walls too easily and can't jump off.
Oh, God.
No, that's a thing about this game. Characters will disappear from the story
shit,
without
Tails.
explanation. Yeah, that is a thing in this game's story. Characters come and go without any explanation. Hey, it could be worse. Tails could be saying, like he did in Sonic Heroes, he could be saying, "Look at all those Eggman's robots!"
All's well that ends well, right?
I love that I realized during the Sonic Adventure 2 finale that in both of the adventure games, Tails' final line in the story is him saying something completely unfitting for the scenario. In Sonic Adventure 1, it's like looking over the ruined, flooded city of Station Square. He says, "All's well that ends well." And then in Sonic Adventure 2, it's Eggman, you know, trauma dumping on him about realizing that his grandfather wanted to destroy the planet and wipe out all humanity, and like his grandfather was someone he idolized and made him want to get into science, and he's like, how do I cope with this? And then Tails just says, I don't know, but I do know one thing, we all did it together.
Tails, you have to be the most useless fucking character in all of Sonic.
No, he
That's
has
not true.
In this game in particular, yes. Well, actually, no, there are less useful characters in this game. Knuckles doesn't contribute anything to the plot other than this bit where he points Sonic towards where to go next. By the way, before you go to Kingdom Valley, just fuck off, but come back for the last level only to disappear. Yeah. Characters just come and go, and there's no explanation for what they're doing. Also, we're snowboarding. Where did we get the snowboard from? Don't question it.
Press and hold the A button as long as you can, and release it right at the jump ramp.
It's better for everyone if you don't ask fucking questions.
Also, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, or like, I guess a more apt comparison would be SSX Tricky. This ain't, because the snowboard controls like ass.
Yes.
It can not just ass, it controls like ass.
Chocolate, anyone?
The fuck did you just call me?
I was offering you some chocolate, asshole.
Why were you offering chocolate right after we were talking about ass?
Well, answer the question.
To get off that awkward silence, this is another callback to Sonic Adventure, where there was a snowboarding segment where you're running away from an avalanche, but in this case it's just a giant snowball.
So Indiana Jones, gotcha.
You joke about that, but in every other character's version of the desert stage, it's like raiding a temple.
Pardon me. How can I answer if with my mouth full of food?
I mean, I'll take some chocolate just as long as I know where that chocolate came from.
Came from Aldi's.
Aldi's nuts. I had to. By the way, Lulu messaged me at like 1 in the morning a couple nights ago, asking me what 25 plus 25 is. And unfortunately for her, I had already not only heard that joke, I'm the one who taught it to her, and I guess she forgot. So I already knew the punchline and spoiled her attempt at getting me with a D's nuts joke.
Wow.
Basically, you have to try hard to get me with a D's nuts joke, because I've heard almost all of them.
Hey, Ari, I got a question for you.
I might have an answer, as long as it doesn't involve math.
Well, how many monkeys does it take to screw in a light bulb?
Monkeys don't screw in a light bulb, they screw in trees. You're playing Sonic Project 06 now? I'm kind of disappointed in how that turned out, hot take. Because, like, okay, Furret, if you're not familiar with Project 06, it is a fan-made remake of Sonic 06 that aimed to fix all of its flaws and restore cut content, and basically make Sonic 06 what they were aiming it to be instead of the rushed, unfinished, buggy mess that turned out to be. My hot take is, one, it plays too differently in terms of not just like how it controls, but also the general mechanics of it, for me to really consider it a good remake of Sonic 06. It's basically its own game entirely. But also, he only did the levels. I don't think he did the bosses, and he didn't do any of the hub worlds or missions, so it's not a complete remake of Sonic 06. And then he, like, after the last update, when it finished all of Silver's levels, he's like, yeah, I never intended to do all the rest of the stuff. So I'm like, okay, we waited about a decade for an incomplete, like, yeah, it runs great and it plays great, but it's not the full Sonic 06 experience. So still, the definitive way to play Sonic 06 and experience Sonic 06 is to play it on 360 or PS3. Or emulate it. Now that emulation for 360 and PS3 has come so far. Your only problem is the steering. You don't like the characters leaning when they turn. There's a lot of little things about Project 06 that I don't quite jive with. Like, a lot of it is just that, like, I feel like he diverged too much from the original design philosophy of Sonic 06 and kind of did his own thing. And, like, as someone who followed that project from the beginning, it's interesting to see, like, when the very first demo of it came out, it was very much like Sonic 06, but just better controlling and better performance.
So,
and then it just gradually turned into its own thing.
So, I'm still going through some of the stuff that I need to get rid of, you know, in my garage.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of CDs in there, and I was just curious if either of you wanted
CDs
like,
nuts?
CDs. God damn it.
I've done that one before.
Yes, and I should know because I've been the target of that.
He's been the target of that when I was showing him my CD collection.
That's fair. I'll get you. I'll get you when you least fucking expect it.
I'll get you next
Well, now
time,
we're-
Gadgets. Next time.
No, that's just it. I will find a time where you are not expecting it, and then boom, these nuts.
Well, you know, here's the thing, Bird. Because you're saying it now, both Ari and myself will be making mental notes to ensure that we are ready for you when you actually do try to get us. It'll never happen.
That's fair.
Not to mention the fact is you'll probably forget anyway.
That's true.
Coffee Pot says I'll get you and make it look like a bloody accident.
That's... See, I can...
Cat in the Hat. The movie that was so fucking funny it didn't need to exist, and yet also almost ruined the career of everyone involved.
Yep. And it's also the reason why we're never getting another live-action Dr. Seuss movie.
Probably for the best.
Also, I'm about to ruin everyone's perception of reality. We've been pronouncing Dr. Seuss the wrong way our whole lives, and so have our parents.
Nope.
Dr. Seuss?
Yes. The man himself pronounced it Seuss.
That was very Jewish.
It's a German name.
Yeah, well...
His real name was Theodor Geisel. He was of German descent. He went with a German pen name for his stuff. He pronounced it Seuss, but everyone read it as Seuss, so that just kind of stuck, even though he never pronounced it that way. That sounds like a YouTube poop. Yeah, Seuss. Seuss.
You're late. Well, we had to deal with your little pets.
Where's Elise?
My, aren't we impatient?
Sonic!
You better not move. Now, the Chaos Emerald.
Oh my god, his lips.
Forget about
When has Eggman asking Sonic to place the Chaos Emerald in the center of a cylindrical room ever gone wrong? You know, other than the last time we saw that, other than the last Sonic game we did together.
Yeah, forget about the lips. Just wait till you see those baby blues.
Yeah, you can see his eyes, and that's wrong.
Powerful for you to overcome. Now, allow me to introduce you to my latest creation. This is the Solaris prototype.
I don't like that you can see Eggman's eyes. That feels eldritch.
I'll be able to control the flow of time.
Oh, I get it.
What's even worse is that there's an edit of this model that someone made that removes his glasses.
Yeah.
Rest assured.
Flushed him down the toilet. It's one of my favorite things from the Snapcube Sonic 06 dub.
Just goddamn it.
Where they'll end up. It could be.
At least we don't see his grippers. Fun fact, as part of the Sonic brand mandates, no one in any official depiction of Sonic is allowed to show him shoeless.
My power?
Yes, I can finally complete my plans. Now that I have the Chaos Emerald.
Because
we
they
will
know
never,
exactly
ever-
what the fandom will do with that.
For Sonic or Eggman?
For Sonic.
I need to revive
Ah.
the flames of disaster.
An odd thing with that though is in the Sonic live action movie, we actually did see a little bit of his feet.
Rule the world.
Well, we saw, like, tears in his shoes, but we didn't see, like, his actual feet. That is forbidden.
My good side.
I swear you
And
see
that's
like his
also-
toes or something.
That's also why, when they give him the new shoes, he puts them on off-screen.
Yet oddly, we've seen Amy in sandals.
Yeah, and she has cloven feet, like she has hooves.
Where are we?
Oh, look who's here. I didn't expect to see you guys.
Hi, Mommy! I mean, Rouge!
Hi, long time no see.
That's another drink for the long time no see counter. I swear, during this era, they say long time no see at least once per game.
I wasn't expecting Rouge to be in here.
She plays a big role in Shadow's story.
This is the distant future, far removed from our own timeline.
The future?
Yes, the
This is-
future.
Machine can control time.
So this is what the whole world looks like? No, the rest of the world's fine. This is just Detroit.
Our own time.
You need a space-time rift.
This is just Detroit, and also, we're not in the future.
I see.
We're in the past.
Chaos control will.
We went so far back in the past that we ended up in the past version of the future.
Okay, Shadow. It looks
Like in that Futurama episode where they get the time machine that can only move forward. But the opposite. Get ready for, like, Loki, the best level theme in the game. Crisis City.
the whole city's on fire.
The whole city's on fire! Like, one fucking building with, like, very small flames.
I mean, I don't like how stoic Sonic is in this game, has barely any one-liners. Yeah, well, the writing for Sonic in this era was kind of playing him up to be, like, more of a shonen protagonist rather than, you know, like, they were trying to nail how to write Jason Griffith's portrayal of Sonic. Because at first, they wrote him like Ryan Drummond's Sonic from Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. But that didn't
That would be
fit Jason Griffith's performance. And it took them until, like, Unleashed and Black Knight to figure out how they should write for Jason Griffith, which just so happened to be right at the end of his time playing Sonic.
Nile. Nile.
Nile. I saw a fish. That is all. You can go back outside now. Nile. I saw a bird. It was pretty. Kick its ass. I think this is also one of the longer stages in the game. It's got a lot of sections to it. Yes, you said that already, Sonic. Also, the controls literally just locked up for a second there while it had to think about what to do. You okay there, Furret?
Furret, you with us?
Did your audio break? See if he sent something in the chat, because you know I can't really read it right now.
Yeah, I'm looking and there's nothing in the chat. Is he even messaged me at all?
You'd say Secret Rings and Riders is where they start to get Jason Sonic. I haven't seen much of Secret Rings story because that game's unbearable to play. And I haven't played much of Riders because I only ever rented it. And it's way too complicated for a racing game.
You okay over there, Furret?
I'm alright.
Where were you?
Just kind of seepy.
Oh, you're
you doze off?
Eepy?
Yeah, a little bit. I had to run.
Okay.
I had to go run real quick. I had said to be right back.
I didn't hear that.
Neither did I, honestly. Sorry for it.
You're right.
Watch as the frame rate becomes a slideshow. That is a cool section, though. Seriously, though, they have so many segments in this one stage. It's only like halfway through the game. We're probably not going to finish Sonic's story tonight, because the stories are a bit longer in here than they are in Adventure 1 and 2. As you would expect for a next-gen title at the time. Then again, you would expect a lot of things for a next-gen Sonic title, and as you've probably noticed, we didn't get most of them.
Yeah.
One of them is, you see that glowing bar in the bottom right that's been there the whole game that does nothing?
Yeah.
Once we get those stones, or gems, or whatever you want to call them, that Alberto Robert told us about at the beginning of the game, you know, the old man, the shoemaker.
Yeah.
We can slot them into Sonic's shoes to get new abilities. They are supposed to drain the meter, so you can't just abuse them infinitely. You know, basic balancing. But they forgot to program it so the meter drains, so you could just abuse them infinitely.
Like you do.
And the weird thing is, it only applies to Sonic. Every other character has stuff tied to that meter that works. Another Mach Speed section. That tornado's carrying a car! I love that delivery. He just says it so matter-of-factly. Like, huh, that's interesting.
Well, that sucks for the people inside. Anyway...
There are people inside?
Cow.
I hope so. I hope not, because that's a lot of cars.
Cow. Another cow.
Also, the debris trajectory is randomized, so it's impossible to play this perfectly.
Yes, Sonic, we understand this. You said this already.
Like, you can play this multiple times and end up with different layouts of where the debris goes every time. because they just let the physics engine do whatever the fuck it wants instead of having it follow some sort of cohesive path.
Hey, JKR.
Yeah?
Did you know that that tornado has a car?
Is it carrying it?
I know. I did not know that tornado was carrying a car.
I low-key hope they do remake this game. I want them to, instead of continuing to pretend that it doesn't exist. Because, like, it's turning 20 next year. The time for it to be the dreaded thing that is tarnishing the brand image of Sonic has long since passed. Anyways, continue on with your bit.
The bit kind of went on of itself.
Ah, sorry. Sorry for your
Because
loss.
I was setting it up so that that when Sonic says the line.
Sorry for your loss, or congratulations on your promotion.
What?
Whichever's more applicable. Those are the only two greeting cards I have. God, the frame rate went to shit during that. Like, during the victory animation. I've never seen it do that before. Because the frame rate's not consistent in where it drops all the time. It just kind of trangles along however it feels. To be fair, they do acknowledge the game's existence, especially as of recently. Yeah, they do it now. But, like, for the longest time, they would, like, pretend that it never happened to the point that they delisted it for about a decade and only relisted it not too terribly long before the Xbox Live marketplace for 360 happened to shut down. Because, like, they were... Like, the reason it got delisted on digital storefronts... and this happened to, I believe it happened to Sonic Unleashed as well for a little bit, but they were, like, removing Sonic titles from distribution that they thought were harming the brand image, rather than just making good games.
Damn it, Shark Robot.
If I eliminate that guy...
What now?
Oh, there's your girl, Blaze.
Okay, hold on. I'll say in a minute.
Also, hi Dan Green again.
This was when Iblis was freed and his flames were released into the world.
Also, yes, this is the game where Mephiles the Dark, my favorite Sonic villain, came from.
Which I still intend one of these years to get you his autograph, Ari.
Stop doing that, Sawyer. Sorry about that.
All he needs to convince Silver that Sonic is the one who causes the apocalypse is to show him in the Sephiroth pose, where he's standing in front of the flames.
Blue Hedgehog.
I'll send us back in time to the point when the Iblis trigger was alive.
I love that there's no, like, warping animation for any time Mephiles sends someone through time. They just pop out of existence, like Goku using instant transmission in Dragon Ball Z Abridged.
According to the data, the princess died when she was kidnapped by Eggman. Apparently, Eggman's battleship exploded.
Now, keep in mind, they never explain what caused the battleship to explode.
2 days after the Festival of the Sun.
They just know that it explodes. And this is a thing, like, when we see when it's going to crash and explode, they don't explain why. It's just happening.
That checks. No, the reason I said God damn it, Shark Robot a little bit ago is apparently they're not done releasing all the Valentine stuff.
Oh.
They just, like, a couple hours ago, released another Emberlyn shirt.
Oh, boy.
A Chaos Emerald! emerald.
Rouge just found a Chaos Emerald off screen. And no, they never, even in Shadow's story, they don't explain where she got it from.
But I'm a real
She pulled it out of her boopa.
unlike a certain echidna I know.
What?
Yes. Yes.
Discovered anything?
Damn it.
Yeah. I received a signal indicating
A headcanon Elise bombed the ship. My headcanon, you know, without getting into spoilers for how this game ends for Furret's sake, is, if you're familiar with the mashup artist Triple Q,
Same to you.
he had a series of fan arts that portrays Elise after the events of Sonic 06 as, like, you know, a crazed, jilted lover who's still longing for the day that Sonic returns.
Nice.
Or did you
So
send me something?
Yandere Elise, that's my headcanon.
Let me have a look real quick.
You don't
Give me a
have
second.
to.
Well, give me a second. I mean,
This,
why don't I have
I keep
to, huh?
forgetting about this stage, but it has a killer bass lick.
I mean, you don't have to right this minute. You can look later.
Okay.
Up to
You're
you.
supposed to be moderating.
I'm doing it. I'm watching.
Gotta be careful not to fall off here.
Okay.
If I use a homing attack on that monster, I'll
Seriously, they are slapping the hell out of that bass like it's a newborn baby.
Horrible analogy, but you're not wrong. You're right, but you're out of line, but you're right.
She's out of line, but she's got a point.
Yep. Yeah, Coffee Pot's also a mod, but, don't question my methods. I don't even think of my methods. I just go with the flow. I just vibe.
In other words, you forgore that Coffee Pot was a mod.
Yes, even though I'm looking right at his mod symbol and his green highlighted name, which means he's a mod. And yeah, you're right, Coffee Pod. Knuckles was looking right at Rouge's chest in that cutscene 2 times, and there's several times in the cutscenes where due to like how awkwardly the models are rigged and animated, it looks like Shadow is just straight up staring at Rouge's cleavage. Not that I can blame either of them.
You heard Coffee Pot, Hari.
You're offended? You know what they say about offense. It's the only thing it's the only thing that stands between you and your neighbors.
I mean, I know great fences make great neighbors, but
Oh my
Yo.
god.
does it have to be a wall?
No, I was attacking a worm.
I'll send it to you after stream, JKR, but they have a mug now that both you and me are gonna want.
Okay.
On Black History
Emberlyn?
Month of all months. Okay.
Emberlyn X Barbie.
just gonna collapse any minute.
Oh.
Anyway.
Yeah, it's very sad. Anyway.
This level's kind of hot.
Yeah. Smoking hot, scorching hot.
The answer is yes.
Bullshit! I wanted to watch a hedgehog milk, god damn it. At least try with your death animations.
One of the things that I think it's this game that introduces it, that carries over into future Sonic games, that I really don't like, is like you have a little recovery animation after homing attacks. And I don't like that. It breaks the flow, but they kept with that up to this day.
What were you gonna say, JKR?
I was gonna ask, were you always a pyromaniac, or did you have to work at it?
For legal reasons, I'm not allowed to answer that.
I was talking about Furret.
Oh.
Well, as Rika Sapphire would tell you, it takes burning down a village and a forest.
You know what they say, pyromania is magic.
It's funny you should say that, because the fucking campaign we're in, Pony keeps basing everything off of My Little Pony lore.
I've still never seen Friendship is Magic. I just know that I got that line from a video that Ashens did where he was looking at when he was looking at a bunch of My Little Pony blind bag figures. And he fucking hated My Little Pony because of, like, you know, the infestation of obnoxious brony comments that were all over YouTube at the time. And people sending in those My Little Pony bags, blind bag figures for him to open up and review. And, like, his whole thing was, like, with the blind bag figure reviews, what he would do is, like, if he liked it, and it was particularly good, it would go on the shelf of interesting items. If it was just meh or unnotable, it would go in the drawer of purgatory.
Oh, God.
And if he didn't like it, and it was particularly bad, he would burn it with his blowtorch.
Oh, God.
So he had a bunch of these My Little Pony blind bag figures, none of which he particularly liked because he wasn't a fan of the show. And the fandom had kind of spoiled that show for him just due to the obnoxious association. So instead of burning them, because he wanted to give them a special punishment, he sent them off to his friend, who was a chemist, and who specialized in 3 things: chemicals, fire, and chemical fires. And then at the end of the video, after he showed a montage of all of them being destroyed via various chemicals, fires, and chemical fires, he laughed and said, "Pyromania is magic." And it's all set to, like, calming classical music as they're being destroyed. Like, some of them get dissolved in acid, some of them get, you know, chemical fired. I know that's not a verb, but whatever.
You're fired. Chemical fired.
And, some of them, like, one of them gets frozen in a block of ice and then smashed.
So what did he... refresh my memory. Did he throw it in, like, liquid nitrogen?
No. We don't see how he froze it. We just see that it was frozen in a block of ice.
My favorite random thing that fucked with the online community, I guess you could call it, is Nintendo was doing one of the... Back when they used to do the Treehouse stuff.
Yeah.
They were doing a live stream that at the end of it, they were going to reveal who the new Smash Brothers character was for the next Smash Brothers back for DLC for the Ultimate game. And people were spamming the chat of it, saying Rainbow Dash confirmed for Smash over and over again. And then one of the people in the treehouse was looking at the chat, and he goes, "Rainbow Dash confirmed for Smash!" And then if people were freaking out because they thought he was saying that Rainbow Dash was legit going to be in Smash Brothers.
Oh.
So he had to stop, like, they had to stop. They were like, "Oh, whoa, whoa, no. We are not associated with My Little Pony. We don't even know who the fuck Rainbow Dash is." I mean, he didn't say the fuck part, but...
Yeah.
Like,
he didn't say the fuck word.
Rainbow Dash is. I was just reading the chat.
It's a family-friendly Nintendo stream, so he's not allowed to say the fuck word.
Right.
Oh no, he said the fuck word.
Just the fact that... Just the fact that they were freaking out because they accidentally made a false confirmation.
Remember the Grinch leaks? I remember the Grinch leaks. Like, it wasn't just any old Grinch that was leaked for Smash. It was specifically the Grinch from the Illumination movie.
Oh, God. That's just horrible.
One of my favorite things about, like, Nintendo's way of combating Smash leaks during that era of Smash was because everybody knew who the Smash Brothers announcer was. Because he was very active in the fan community. Xander Mobus. He also voices Joker from Persona 5.
Oh, nice.
They knew people would go to him to try and, like, find stuff that he had recorded to see if they could get hints at who the next Smash character was going to be, because, you know, he has to record all the character names. They would get him to record absolute bullshit and fake character names just to throw off the leakers. Stuff like Shrek! Or SpongeBob SquarePants!
Just made it.
I remember that when he did the Shrek, with Shrek confirmed.
Imagine a Tyler, the Creator remix in Smash. I'm not familiar with a lot of Tyler, the Creator stuff. I'm mostly familiar with Odd Future through that old Adult Swim show, Loiter Squad.
Oh, God. You know, you remember years ago, you and I wanted to do this bit at the convention, but we never got a chance to. It was the whole Joker being confirmed for Smash, but it turned out to be like the wrong Joker.
Oh, yeah.
What's this?
I remember that, yeah.
Anyway, this is our next boss.
Iblis.
Iblis Form 2, also as the fans call him, the Iblis Worm.
Yep.
Giggity.
His least interesting looking form. And of course it's the one we have to fight twice. I'm glad I'm not the only one who remembers that show. Look, that was like during the peak of that, like, you know, 2 to 4 a.m. Adult Swim shit. When they would air stuff like Saul of the Mole Men, or Fat Guy Stuck in Internet, or Tim and Eric.
Tim and Eric was one of those shows that you had to be in a very specific mood to watch.
Yeah. It's very, overstimulating.
But I do give them credit for one of the stupidest goddamn jokes ever made. And it was, I forget the guy's name, but he was like a famous broadcaster. And they had him as a guest star on the show. And it's like him playing chess, but you can't see who his opponent is. And he's like going on this monologue about how complicated a game chess is. And he takes off his glasses, sets them down on the table, gets up, walks around to the other side of the table, and then moves and starts playing the chess game against himself. And it's just like, God damn it.
Have you seen the Totino's commercial that Tim and Eric made?
I can't say that I have.
Like, they were actually commissioned by Totino's to make an ad for Totino's pizza rolls. Am I gonna do the speedrun strat? I have never practiced it, so no.
I am legit terrified at the aspect of Tim and Eric doing anything other than the Tim and Eric show. And being commissioned for it.
They did it in the style of something from Tim and Eric's show.
I am even more scared now.
This boss is so bad. Yeah, because it's mostly just waiting for it to do anything. It's the worst kind of boss fight. The one where you're not actively engaging with it. You're just waiting.
So what you're saying is there's so much goddamn waiting.
I don't get the reference, but yes.
That's Aaron Hansen during his animated years.
Oh. Which video again?
Sequelitis.
Which Sequelitis video?
About the Zelda games.
Oh, yeah, that terrible Zelda video that even he's disowned.
I mean, for one that he's disowned, he sure references it on the show quite a bit.
He references it a lot, but he's disowned the specific video that he made on it because his arguments were horrible. And he, dedicated a significant chunk of the video just to shitting on Skyward Sword, even though it had nothing to do with what the video was about. Uh-oh, Iblis got stuck. And I missed my chance to hit him, so now I have to wait longer.
Which does make me sad, because Skyward Sword is actually one of my favorite of the Zelda games.
Coffee pot.
However, I do admit he does make some good points about the Wii U version of it. Or the Wii version of it, rather.
Yeah, but, the problem is he's talking about that during a video that's supposed to be about Ocarina of Time. And,
Right.
Anyone who's played Ocarina of Time, or even someone like me who's not a big Zelda fan, but is at least familiar with Ocarina of Time, knows that his complaints about it are just him being bad at the game.
Right. What I was meaning, though, is, during, the Game Grumps, when they played the Skyward Sword game.
Yeah, I'm talking...
He makes a lot of points about it. I know.
Yeah, I'm not talking about that.
I'm just talking about the fact that he hates...
Yeah.
The fact that he hates that game so much is but that's actually one of my favorite Zelda games, but I admit he makes some good points about it. And they're points that I'll probably make about it too when I do my stream of it, whenever I get to that game in my Zelda runs. Like how ridiculously annoying Fi is.
Yeah.
She's like, you guys thought Navi was
Did they
annoying.
really need to give her
Holy
special dialogue just to tell you that your battery's running low? You couldn't just make that an on-screen indicator like every other Wii game?
Of course not. That would defeat the purpose.
But how would Navi, it was you'd walk up to a door and she'd say, "Hey, you can open this door!" Fi, you would take 2 steps and she would say, "Hey, did you know if you tilt the control stick, you could take 2 steps?"
No, it's not even that. It's Master, I've estimated that there is a 98% chance possibility that if you tilt the control stick forward, you will take 2 steps.
Yeah, exactly. It's okay,
it's not just that she popped up all the time, it's that she was so fucking wordy with it.
Yeah, but it was there was no chill with it either. She was extremely wordy about it.
Have a good night, Coffee Pot.
Good night, Coffee Pot.
Hey, Coffee Pot.
But she's extremely wordy about it, but it's the fact that it's every 5 fucking steps you take in that game. She has to chime in about something. Luckily, in the Switch version, you could turn that shit off.
Yep. And they also made her text scroll a lot faster.
Yes.
Tails, we don't need to know that it's coming.
I don't want to see Iblis coming.
This is an E-rated game.
E10 rated, actually. For fantasy violence.
That makes it better. Okay, Tails, you can say it, but only once.
Check it out, he did a flip.
He did a good flip. We're so proud of Iblis.
Yeah, I've actually seen fan art. I was looking up Iblis because I was trying to look for alternative names for my Toa creations, like the evil Toa and everything. And like I wanted to see, like, you know, it's like is Iblis known as the Flame of Disaster or the Flames of Disaster?
The Flames of Disaster.
Right, and at the time I was looking that up just to confirm. And what do I find? Someone made Iblis into a female hedgehog resembling Mephiles.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I was like, okay, that's interesting. Someone actually decided to do that with Iblis as well.
Do you like time travel for it? Do you like Back to the Future? Do you think that Back to the Future's got too complicated time travel? Because time travel in Sonic 06 just has no rules.
That's fair.
You just
Also,
get
yes, I do like Back to the Future.
You just get two people to do chaos control right next to each other, and you can travel to any point you want in history. At any place you want in history.
Well, yeah, how do you travel?
And yet everyone always travel, even though they can go anywhere at any time at will, they always end up going to the wrong place. Like, somewhere that's like right before but far away from it, rather than just going to where they know they need to be.
Did they appear someplace else?
Yeah, Sad AM did that, where it was like, thanks to Sonic, they ended up, when they were trying to go for, like, I don't know, at least a week before the coup, they ended up on the very day of the coup, just early in the day, though.
Yeah, but that's like, that's acknowledged in the plot of that episode. In this one, it's just like, we need to save Elise from dying in Eggman's battleship explosion. Let's go 2 days before that happens. Rather than just, let's go to the new city, away from where she is, 2 days before it happens, so we have plenty of time to rescue her before she inevitably gets captured again, because just look at her.
Right. She's a princess with a Final Fantasy-esque style. Of course she's gonna get captured.
You know what the best part of Sonic's contribution to this story is? All of the actual plot development happens in Silver and Shadow stories. Sonic's story is more or less irrelevant.
Oh, God.
Like, Sonic doesn't even meet the main villain of the game until the final story. So yeah, that's how Sonic 06's plot works. The title character is the least important one to the story.
Have no fear, Eggman's here.
Eggman's pretty much irrelevant to the story too, now that I think about it.
Yeah.
So really, they just wanted to make a game about Silver and Shadow, but...
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Like, the thing with finding out stuff about, like, the development processes for Sonic games is that the people involved usually give contradicting answers. Even the same person asked 2 times will give a different answer. Sir, I love your hat.
Alright, well... I actually need to head back to my parents' house here soon, and I'm getting tired, so...
Yeah, I was gonna end things off in a little bit anyway. Now's a good stopping point.
Okie dokie.
No raid tonight because I do be kinda eepy.
Yeah.
This game is a trip, I'll tell you that.
Yep. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in tonight. Thank you to my 2 wonderful co-hosts for joining me. I'll see you guys tomorrow night with Frog Fractions.
Oh, good lord.
Until then, unpleasant dreams.
Well, we're the boys of chorus. We hope you like our show. We know you're rooting for us, but now we have to go.
Please allow us to fuck off.
Good night, everybody.